let's see what we got here. We got uh we got Daphne. Daphne, shout out to you. There's a Blake video on it.
You guys know I'm very open about that.
Hold on, what's this shit say? Outside of sex, men really don't have anything to offer. Damn. Okay.
I like 6'4", brown skin, tatted up dreadheads. That's my type, but hear me out. Hear me out. Outside of sex with them, they fucking suck. They suck. They have no personality. They cannot carry a conversation. We get it. If you wouldn't have torn your ACL 7 years ago, you would have gone to the league. No, I don't.
Damn, she cooking. She cooking, Chad. Damn. Well, look. What did she say again? She said 6'4", 6'4", brown skin, tatted dreadheads. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's similar to how it sounds like she's saying. She said that they suck. Right, let's continue.
I don't want to watch your high school highlight tape. No, I don't want to smoke weed. And no, I don't want to play 2K. Literally, like...
She cooking, Chad. She cooking. Hey, man, she remind me of my homeboys, man. Hey, that's some of my niggas down to the T. Okay, so... I get what she's saying, honestly, because it's like the equivalent of that for a man is being in Miami and having all the chicks look like they come out of fucking, Toys R Us. Like the big lips, big butt, no stomach, a mountain of makeup. Typically, that's what a lot of men, even me, we're attracted to. But when you really get to talk to these chicks, it's damn near the same thing. No personality, no mindset. You really can't talk to them about, shit that's really going on in the world. They don't care much, about anything, really. No politics, no current events, no astrology. They never have any hobbies besides shopping and spending money. They, typically are, more promiscuous than others. They don't read. It's just some good box. So I kind of get what she's saying, but I get it on the flip side as a man, right? So it's understandable. But that's what I'm attracted to, right?
There's nothing there. There's no.
Exactly. And it's the exact same from a man's standpoint, right? When you are attracted to these BBL demons, 9 times out of 10, there's nothing there, right? Very seldom do you find some that actually have stuff going on. They actually have hobbies. They like to read and stay well versed on things. They can communicate well and have a good sense of comprehension or speech, or their vernacular's up to par. Oftentimes you don't get that from the chick who's physically superior, if I could say that.
Nothing there outside of like semi-mediocre okay sex. You actually wouldn't like them at all. So then I realized that's not actually my type. That's what I'm physically attracted to when I go out into the world. That's what I'm physically attracted to. But now when you remove sex, I'm not attracted to them in any way, shape, or form. I need someone that can hold a conversation, that's intellectual, that's smart, that stimulates my brain, that pushes me to do better. That's doing what I'm doing. I don't go to the club. I don't drink. I don't do I don't do rugs.
Okay. She just threw me for a loop. So if you don't go to the club, shit like that, you don't get high and do all this shit, where are you meeting those kind of men? Because typically, right, You know, when you think about what you just said, someone who's tall, athletic, may have had athletic past, you know, physically in shape, tatted, whatever your preference, they're typically going to be, frequenting certain areas, right? The nightlife will be one of those areas. Another may be sporting events. So yeah, I'm just wondering, like, where are you going to meet these types of guys if you're not going to the places where they like to hang out, right? Like me, I do come across, BBL bandits in different places, but a place where they are frequently at is Brickell. Brickell, or, the beach, Ocean, maybe the malls, the grocery stores for certain. And then even if you want to risk your life, some of them in the hood. So if you're not going to places like that, where are you going to meet these guys?
I'm not going to date someone who does those things because I don't do those things. But yet they're all outside in their bedazzled fucking head to toe outfits. Like, that's not my type. But it's what I'm physically attracted to and who I would hook up with.
Well, then that means that's your type. Right? Like, you're contradictory. Like, this is like me. Like I just told you, them BBL demons, well, they may not be my... How can I put it? They may not be equipped for a long-term situation, but the physical attraction is there. So I guess that is my type. I just want more for, like, commitment or long term. So that is your type. You just don't see yourself pursuing them beyond sex. But that is your type.
Take the hook up.
And then, damn, it's a female saying this shit, gang. Damn. She cooked. So it sounds like she out here just throwing that box at all the motherfucking athletes.
Up out of it. Duds. Dead. And I'm like, I'm finally understanding this at a grown age, because no one explained this to me younger. Remove sex from the equation and really ask yourself, would I still like that man? And I think the answer is no.
Chad, I think she should delete this shit. I think she could. Because, like, from by this making its rounds, this is just saying, hey, man, she outside, bro. She a 304. And, like she said, she has that physical attraction for these guys, right? How many of these guys are you meeting? Right? How many of these guys are you giving that box to? That's just something that a man would think, right? If it's gotten to the point to where, it's caused you to make a video like this, like, damn, how outside are you? You said you like to stay in the house and you don't really do all that shit, but, obviously if you're having a hard time finding the right type of guy, you must have, bumped your head a time or two. So yeah, with that being said, I kind of get what she's saying, because it's the complete, well, it's not the complete opposite, but it's, the same on the opposite end of the spectrum, right? We have the same things, man. We come across this, like I said, big lips, big butt, no stomach, shit like that. It typically tends to come with its drawbacks, right? The best thing she can do is perhaps try to, meet somewhere in the middle, right? Maybe you go for a dude that ain't got dreads, but he got a few other things. So maybe you go for a guy who ain't inked up and tatted, but he got a few other things, right? At least they'll probably have that intellectual portion. They have that down pack, or hopefully they got some business going on. They got some motion. something like that. But I mean, that's what I've come to the realization of as well. Like, yeah, BBL demons is cool and shit like that, man. But you know, you gotta start giving other people a chance because you know these BBL demons don't be hitting on shit, man, for real. So, yeah. With that being said, man, thank you for sending this video. Hopefully you got something from it. And yeah, with that being said, man, we on to the next one, man. Peace.